I'm Bob Spicer, and I'm back.
Welcome back, Bob.
Thanks,
I'm William
man.
Holtz, and this is your Lake of the Ozarks news update, and it's brought to you by Lake TV and our partners at LakeExpo.com. And this week, the news is sponsored by Yacht Club Power Sports.
And today we're going to be talking about Big Thunder Marine in Osage Beach. They're taking a bigger step into the local boating market. And what does the future hold for the Niangua River watershed? That and much more. But first, let's find out what's happening this weekend. Citizens Against Domestic Violence in Ameren, Missouri are hosting a community awareness event called Light Up the Night. It's on Bagnell Dam. Over 600 different colored lanterns will be released to remember the people we have lost to crimes. Colored lanterns will be available to represent child abuse, parents of murdered children, domestic violence, sexual violence, and mothers against drunk driving. Advocates will also be there to tell their stories of those who've been affected and to provide resources for anyone seeking support. The event starts around 6:30 p.m. in the evening. It's free and open to the public, and if you wear a t-shirt supporting National Crime Victims' Rights Week, you'll get a biodegradable paper lantern for free. By the way, they kind of let them drift up into the atmosphere. It's a pretty spectacular sight.
The annual Cocktails and Caddies Golf Tournament is on Friday at Sycamore Creek Golf Club. This is a four-person scramble tournament, and each team has 3 ladies, but on the day of the tournament, they bid on their 4th player, caddy, a fella, and their associated prize. Now, the lunch and auction start at 11 a.m., and tee-off is set for 12:30 in the afternoon.
Saturday, you can catch the Lake of the Ozarks Swing Dance Club's monthly dance. That's at Ozark Yacht Club from 7 to 11 p.m. Theme is spring training. So wear your favorite baseball team's jersey or t-shirt. Tickets are $7 for members, $10 for guests. And as always, don't be shy if you don't know how to swing dance. There's going to be a 1-hour lesson at 7 o'clock in the evening, and that's included in your admission price.
Well, those iconic white and green flowers are popping up all over, meaning it's time for the Dogwood Festival. Now, this weekend events include an arts and crafts show at Camdenton Middle School and a baby contest for kids up to 4 years old. That competition is on Friday at 6:30 p.m. at the Camdenton Middle School Little Theater. The carnival is a huge attraction, and it'll be open Thursday and Friday from 5 to 10 p.m. and on Saturday from 10 to 10. Now, those rides are all located in the middle school parking lot, and on Saturday from noon to 7, you can also check out free live music in the middle school parking lot. And of course, the biggest event of the weekend is the parade. That takes place in downtown Camdenton on Saturday, and that is set to start at 10 a.m. There are so many Dogwood Festival activities, so make sure to go to CamdentonChamber.com for a complete list of what's going on through the entire weekend with the Dogwood Festival.
It also looks like we're going to have fantastic weather for that Lake of the Ozarks Marine Dealer Association's Spring In-Water Boat Show. That's going to be held over at Dog Days Bar and Grill this weekend. Starts Friday from 1 to 7 p.m., and then it runs on Saturday from 10 a.m. to 7, and then Sunday from 10 a.m. to 4. And if you love boating, the boat show is the perfect way to enjoy spring at the lake while checking out the newest cruisers, performance boats, runabouts, and personal watercrafts. We'll probably see you there.
You can also search high and low for a hidden treasure at the popular Horseshoe Bend Garage Sale. That's on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. The Activity Center parking lot and Grand Point Pool parking lot will be used along with other sites on Horseshoe Bend. Now, the sale list will be available by Thursday at 1 p.m. on the Four Seasons website. Now, at the sale, you'll be able to find things for babies, kids, adults, household, books, furniture, electronics, sporting goods, vehicles, tools, and much more.
Well, that's just some of what's happening at the lake this weekend. You can go to LakeExpo.com for a complete list of the events. And coming up, some pretty exciting news in the world of boating and much more after a word from Yacht Club Power Sports.
Yacht Club Power Sports has expanded to ensure you have fun on both land and water, on the trails and on the road with Can-Am, Kawasaki, Victory Motorcycles, Arctic Cat, and Polaris, which introduces the 2015 Slingshot. On the water as the world's #1 Sea-Doo dealer, and are proud to introduce the Supra and Moomba boat lines to the YC Power Sports family. Look for our new showroom this summer off Formula Way in Osage Beach, and you can find us off Highway 63 in Columbia. Yacht Club Power Sports, where the fun begins and never ends.
What's been happening at the lake? Well, here's a look at some of the most popular stories from the last week.
Some exciting news in the world of boating here at Lake of the Ozarks. The family that purchased Big Thunder Marina in Osage Beach is taking a bigger step into the local boating market. They've acquired a couple of prominent dealerships, including Tri-Toon Town and, as of last week, Lake Ozarks Marine. But for performance boaters, the best news is that Big Thunder Marine is bringing the Baja, Danzi, and Fountain lineups back to the lake. Yeah. Jeremy Anderson, the company's general manager, says they recently ordered quite a few boats from these three lines. Big Thunder's planning to build a brand new showroom too, but for now you can look for their boats at the marina and at Tri-Toon Town up on the Parkway in Osage Beach.
What does the future hold for the Niangua River watershed? Well, the answer is not really clear at this point, and that's exactly why local stakeholders and community officials are working together to develop a plan. Now, watershed is a large area of land where waters flow into a lake, river, or wetland. Now, the Niangua River watershed covers over 1,000 square miles and spreads out over parts of 5 different counties: Camden, Laclede, Dallas, Webster, and Hickory. Now, last year, the Lake of the Ozarks Council of Local Governments started working with the Missouri Department of Natural Resources and learned that the Niangua River watershed has several water quality issues. Now, back in March, the Niangua River Watershed Advisory Committee started working on ways to improve water quality. Now, there isn't any money attached to the project, so the recommendations can't necessarily be put under burden on landowners. One of the project recommendations, for example, is to plug abandoned wells, and the DNR has a grant program to offset costs associated with capping wells. To learn more about this, you can check out www.nianguariverwatershed.org.
Last year, Camdenton changed its budget year to run from October through September, and that way late fall and winter months could be spent preparing bids, awarding contracts, and setting spring start dates. The plan was to make the best use of city staff time in each season, and that seems to be working out so far. At last week's Board of Aldermen meeting, the tennis courts, the sewer, and annual street projects all received green lights.
And the community center project is underway as well, Bob. A demolition permit has been issued, and the city may be able to finish purchasing the property in May.
And the long-awaited Veterans Memorial Monument should officially be unveiled this September at Lake of the Ozarks at that air show. And a GoFundMe account is in place, and officials hope to collect about $10,000 in donations, and that'll only cover about 1/3 of the total project.
Voters headed to the polls last week for municipal elections around the lake, and the common theme that emerged is that voters in 4 lake area cities want to continue the use tax, according to unofficial results posted by local county clerk's offices. Now, we'll run through some of the other big winners, but you can go to lakeexpo.com for more results.
And let's start with Osage Beach. The big change is that John Oliveri beat incumbent Penny Lyons for city mayor. Phyllis Morose held her spot as Ward 2 alderman. And over in Lake Ozark, Dennis Klotzer won the alderman position for Ward 2, and Vernon J. Cox took the spot for Ward 3. In Camdenton, Sandy Gentry will now be the Ward 2 alderman, and in Eldon, listen to this, voters elected Larry Henderson to be their new mayor.
Last week, the lake community was shocked when classes at School of the Osage were canceled on April 4th because more than half of the school buses had been vandalized. Tires were deflated, valve stems were destroyed, and windows were broken out on many buses that the district had to scramble to get school going again on Tuesday. Prosecutor Ben Winfrey announced on April 8th that his office had charged 2 men in connection with the vandalism. Now, Shane Saborin and Alexander Keith were both charged with 18 counts of first-degree tampering. The charges are a Class C felony, and if convicted, they carry a potential sentence of up to 7 years in prison. Both Saborin and Keith are being held in Miller County on a $200,000 bond.
A Cole County judge has ruled against Camden County developer Gary Pruitt and others involved in that planned development of overnight rental cabins along Bittersweet Road. You remember this has been going on for quite a while. Judge John Beatham says the cabins violate the Camden County Land Use Code. The legal battle began back on September 14th of last year when a petition for a temporary restraining order was filed. The ruling is only one of many events in an embattled history between Pruitt, owner of Shady Gators, and the community along Bittersweet Road.
If you see a sheriff's deputy wearing a blue and white bracelet this month, well, it's for a good reason. April is National Child Abuse Prevention Month, and deputies from the Camden County Sheriff's Office will sport the bracelets to bring attention to the issue. Juvenile officers are and court personnel will be wearing them as well. Each bracelet identifies the wearer as a partner of the 26th Judicial Circuit in its efforts to help prevent child abuse. The campaign is part of a national effort by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. Since 2011, the Missouri Department of Social Services has looked into more than 60,000 referrals of possible child abuse and neglect each year. Now, Sheriff Dwight Franklin says if you know about any abuse, report it. It doesn't matter if you call the sheriff, social services, or another law enforcement. They're all there to help, but we cannot keep child abuse covered up.
More than 300 business owners and community leaders came to the Lake of the Ozarks Convention and Visitor Bureau annual dinner last month at the Lodge of Four Seasons. The CVB named its 2015 Partner in Tourism Award recipient, which went to David and Phyllis Morose. They're owners of Puttin Stuff at Osage Beach. The award is for individuals who are leaders in the tourism industry. The Morose arrived at Lake of the Ozarks back in '64. They owned and operated Sherwood Restaurant and Resort for 8 years. They developed local subdivisions, helped start several successful businesses at the lake, including J.B. Hooks and Minor Mike's. David has served as an alderman for Osage Beach, and Phyllis currently serves on the City of Osage Beach Board of Aldermen.
Are you ready for boating? Well, if you were born after 1983 and you don't have a boater safety certification card, you're not. But you can fix that. A boater safety course is coming to Jeff City on Saturday, May 14th from 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. at the Highway Patrol Troop F headquarters. Now, there is no fee for the course. However, students are required to pre-register online because space will be limited. For more information, check out the Highway Patrol's website. And remember that Missouri state law requires anyone born after January 1st of 1984 to carry a boater safety certification card along with a photo ID anytime they operate a vessel on Missouri lakes. And that includes personal watercraft as well. If you pass the course, you can order a boater safety certification card for just $15. Now, for more information, call the Missouri State Highway Patrol or visit them at their website.
Well, that's the lake in a nutshell. I'm Bob Spicer, and this has been your Lake of the Ozarks news update. Thanks for watching us on Como Connect Channel 90, and watch us anytime on mylaketv.com. And now we're on 197 again, right?
Back on Charter, that's right,
Yeah.
Bob. You can also connect us on Facebook and Twitter at MyLakeTV, and check out our Instagram page. The handle on Instagram is my_LakeTV. Very warm welcome back to you, Bob.
Thanks, man.
Nice to have you back, man. I'm William Holtz. On behalf of Bob Spicer and the entire news team here at the Lake TV studio, stay classy, Lake of the Ozarks.